Broadcasting from Cincinnati, you're listening to the Ringside Reporter Podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
And we are live. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter Show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we'll talk about it here. My name is Eric Lorta, and I'm here with my co-host, Joe Habib. We got a great show for you today, and if you want to call in, 570-530-8316. Let's get it started. DAZN, Beeb, the big one. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Did it live up to the hype? $70, by the way, $70 on pay-per-view. 70. Not 29, not 30, 70.
They had a bundle.
It was like $120.
I think it was it 120 or 110? I think it was 100. Yeah, I think it was 120. You're correct. Yeah,
something like that.
Well, you could buy that.
How is that a bargain? How is that a bargain?
Yeah,
that's $60 per pay-per-view. That's not a bargain, son.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. It was a good card, but again, it was a
good card. It was a good card. On paper, it was a good card.
These were cards that we used to get. I hate to keep, crying and beating a dead horse, but these were cards we used to get on Showtime and HBO for just the HBO and Showtime subscription price. We never had to pay pay-per-view for these types of cards. So
yeah, that's what sucks about it.
So it's kind of new to people like you and I who have been watching the sport for a long time. These youngsters who just
don't know any other way.
Yeah, they don't know any other way. They know
the first pay-per-view I saw. The first pay-per-view I saw was Ali versus Larry Holmes. That was the very first pay-per-view I ever saw. And it was on like some platform called On TV. Okay. And then you would have to pay extra for it, I think like $30 or something like that.
I remember that fight.
Yeah. And then, but it was like On TV was just like it was almost like cable, but it only had one channel. And it was like an HBO type of thing. So 8 o'clock, if it wasn't, you didn't have a variety. There was only one thing on. And you were watching that or you weren't.
And you know what was great back then? They would always show the pay-per-views the following week on whether it be HBO or some other.
Yeah, that was the good part too, is that they would always run it back the next. Yeah, for sure.
They always did that. So that was cool.
All right, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson for the WBO junior welterweight title. Shakur Stevenson dog walks Teofimo Lopez. Yeah. Unanimous 119-109 on all three cards. I think I had it 118 to 108. 118, 110 maybe.
Yeah,
I think I gave Teo. I gave him the first round. Nobody gave him the first round. I gave him the first round because I thought he was aggressive in that first round. Teo was coming forward, and whenever they did the exchanges, man, whenever they would get into the exchange in that first round, Teo was just as fast. He looked just as fast to me as Shakur did.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? If he keeps pressing him, he could have a problem. Still a close first round. I did give the nod to Teo. Yeah. Second round, it was a little bit way more in favor of Shakur. By the third and fourth round, man, the writing was on the wall. Like, he's not going to be able to do anything against this guy. Yeah, I mean, he's just not.
Again, we talk about this all the time. Now, you said in the first round that you thought the speed was comparable, but as that fight wore on, you could just see that Shakur was just getting off first so much quicker. And it's crazy because I made an incorrect statement last week, and I said Shakur had longer arms, but they actually have the same arm, like they're at same reach. But it looks like Shakur has longer arms because he fights so well on the outside.
Right.
That jab is like
when he stayed mid-range, it was done. I mean, he pounded in mid-range.
Well, yeah, mostly from the outside, I would say, and Teo would try to come in mid-range. And he would catch him before he kind of got set. See what I'm saying? He was trying to come forward, but he kept running into that jab, and he was getting a little frustrated. And then he started kind of getting a little bit wild, winging shots, and that's when Shakur started just countering him. But Shakur, that jab was like a guided missile for Shakur. He couldn't miss him with the jab. Teo became a little bit repetitive, and we've said this before, and it's been pretty evident in his career. When he is forced to take the lead, he's not comfortable, and he did not look comfortable. He looked out of place. I thought this could potentially be wide, like a 9-3 type fight, but it just looked like a domination more so than I even anticipated. I thought it would be a tad bit more competitive.
Right.
But like I said, you never know the speed difference until they're both in the ring together. And going in, you thought they were both quick, but watching that fight, you could see Shakur was the speed was different. You could see there was a separation, and not only that, when they were tying up, Shakur looked stronger, and he even said, I'm stronger than this guy because he was.
I heard him say that in the corner.
He was able to muscle him around, manhandle him a little bit when they tied up, and he would push him back.
You know what? I know it was just basic boxing that Shakur was doing, keeping his lead foot out. Teo couldn't get past that lead foot.
Yeah,
that's the very basics of the jab of everything. Your complete setup. Teo couldn't get inside. He could only stand out mid-range to outside, and he just got pasted.
Yeah,
and there was no plan B. There was no plan B for this guy. This is what I don't understand. Shakur, when you listen to Shakur's corner, they gave him explicit instructions.
Yeah.
Do this. This is how you do that. All right? Teo, it was like a rah-rah session. They were just cheerleading him.
Yeah.
No instruction, just cheerleading him. Hit him. Yeah.
When you go back to the two best performances of Teo's career against Josh Taylor and Vasily Lomachenko, those were guys that were coming at him, right? They were coming at him, going right into his wheelhouse.
So was he last night.
Yeah, Lomachenko is a mid-range guy. Josh Taylor is a mid-range to inside guy.
Yeah.
When he has to fight these guys that could pot shot him from the outside, the outboxers like Jamaine Ortiz, Sandro Martin, that's the style that he hates. And even though Shakur is a counterpuncher by nature, he can take the lead with that jab, and he's a really decent body puncher too.
Yeah, he really is.
He hurt Teo a few times to the body.
He does not neglect that body.
Yeah,
he doesn't, man. I mean, he goes right after it. What I'm gonna tell you what shocked me in the fight is that Shakur, about the second or third round, Teo wasn't backing him up anymore. Teo was getting backed up.
Yeah.
Shakur was backing him up.
Yeah. Shakur started walking him down.
That's what it was, yeah.
Shakur was like kind of meeting him in the center and just stopping and popping.
Yes. He was controlling the center of that ring.
He started walking forward and started like throwing the shorter, crisper shots with a little bit more mustard on him. He started winging them in there, whereas before he was kind of like with more precision. He was just like a little bit more calculated from the outside. Then he just started walking him down a little bit, started dropping to the body. It was impressive, And we talk about Teo's trainer in his corner, and that guy is.
Man, and we've said it. We've said this for a long time.
Over and over again.
We've said this for a long time. Yeah. If there's gonna be a cap on how far this guy can go depending on his corner. If he keeps his father in there, you got to bring somebody else in.
Yeah.
If you don't want to fire your father, trust me, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I don't think you should be in your corner anyway, but I get it. Okay. But if you want to get better, you're going to have to bring in somebody else because he offered up zero instruction.
Well, not only that too, when you're under duress like that and all you're getting is get him, hit him, kick his ass. Like,
right. What do you, okay.
You got to try to right the ship. Now, again,
that's your job.
You're not going to be able to reinvent the wheel with Teo. But when things are going wrong, you don't want someone there that's going to exasperate the problem. And that's what this guy does. He takes a high-pressure situation and makes it worse. So,
that's what it was, man. He makes it, any good coach, any good trainer in any sport is going to have to know how to call audibles. And get a plan, come in with a plan B. You're going to come in with your game plan. They're going to execute. They're going to nullify it. Now you have to know what to do next, right? You have to know if it's not working, you have to know what to do. And that's where he falls flat.
People in the broadcast were saying like, these instructions aren't very sophisticated. People like the fans on Twitter, everyone just is like. Everyone just like destroys this guy.
He could have came out and had cheerleaders in his corner because that's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And they're already out. Teo overrated, everything like that. That always happens. But I will say this. that, this is, listen, man, you don't expect a guy like Teo to get walked over like that. Yeah. Because he's never been walked over like that.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, that was impressive.
He's saying he can go up to 147. Okay, can he beat Raleigh? Of course,
Teo?
Yeah, more than likely beat Raleigh.
He beats Mario Barrios. He beats.
Can he beat Ryan
Raleigh.
Garcia?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good fight though. That's
you'd want to favor him, but
that's a huge fight.
You'd want to favor him, but again, if you're going to be a counterpuncher versus Ryan, I don't know. Like Ryan can box a little bit from the outside too, so that I would favor Teo. So that's not a walk in the park. Even Ryan.
No,
Barrios, even though you don't like him,
don't even say it. Don't even say it.
It's another tough style matchup.
Stop.
I know you hate him.
And I know that fight is one-sided.
Barrios can box from the outside. This guy don't like those.
Barrios can't box.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll tell you one guy.
Ryan Garcia is going to dog walk him come fight day.
I'll tell you one guy Teo would not beat at 147, and that's Devin Haney. I don't think he beats Devin Haney.
No, I don't think he beats Devin Haney either.
No.
Now, we'll talk about Devin Haney in a second. But, I mean, you know what? Let me tell you what else did frustrate me, though, is that I think that Shakur could have finished this fight. I think Shakur could have finished this fight in the ninth round on, okay?
Yeah.
I absolutely think. But he did.
And
I think he was trying to. And his corner was saying, no, stick to the game plan.
Yeah.
Don't overextend. Don't do anything. Just stick to the game plan and win. Can you imagine if he was knocking people out? He's got the ability.
Let's go back.
You know how much money this guy's going to be worth if he starts knocking people out?
Let's go back to the Devin Haney comparison for the sake of argument, right?
Yeah.
When you have family in your corner, they're going to talk to you differently than they would if they were training someone else.
Yeah.
So they're concerned. If you're a father or a grandfather or even an uncle in there, you're going to want to protect
Kenny Porter.
Yeah, you're going to want to protect your fighter more so than if it wasn't blood related.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with Devin. We say the same thing about Devin, but Bill will tell him, just go in there and just ride it out. You're up on the cards. Just don't make any mistakes. Don't take any stupid chances. We say the same thing about Devin, but when you have a blood relative in your corner, running the show, these are the situations you end up with, in my opinion.
Yeah. Gavin's Ghost says Teo even beating Raleigh right now is a legit question.
No, I think he beats Raleigh.
I think he smashes Raleigh. Yeah.
I'm not 100% he beats Ryan though.
No, I'm not either. Is Shakur boring? It depends on what you like. I don't mind it. I don't mind like defensive guys. I don't mind all that.
Bad last night. That was, it was good boxing.
But and it was a good win and everything like that. And he's going to be on the high horse and everything like that. I get that. He's riding high. But I'm telling you now that there's a limit on that. And I'm going to put it at one or two more fights. And that's it. Because nobody is going to want to see this.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, Floyd Mayweather, they tuned in to watch him lose because he was such a terrible character.
His personality,
his personality was such an idiot, And so they came in to watch him lose. So that Shakur, you got to put something. You got to put something together here, man. Like whether it's knockouts or something like that, man. Because nobody's going to want to watch this for any length of time. And this is it. I mean, he was talking about fighting Conor Benn after that. I don't mind that fight. That's a big fight. Put it in England. It's a big atmosphere.
You know what's crazy? Conor Benn will make him fight. He will put the pressure on him. Conor Benn is quick. He's strong. He's aggressive.
Maybe because I tell you what, man, I'm going to tell you this. Good defensive fighters limit offensive output.
That's true, too.
They just do. Look at Bernard Hopkins. Look at Pernell Whitaker. Great defensive fighters limits output. They do.
Look what Marquez did to Pacquiao. Because remember Pacquiao was throwing like 800,000-900,000 punches a fight. Mm-hmm. But every time he fought Marquez, that 800-900 punches went down to like 580, 600.
He was getting hit, man. And Marquez is a master boxer, man.
You're right. You're totally right there.
Guys that know how to throw that jab, guys who know how to nullify that defense, they make you think because you got something coming back. And once you get hit a couple of times, even though the power is not huge,
you start hesitating.
It's not. It doesn't feel great, you know.
Oh, you're right.
So, man, I would love to see him fight Conor Benn next. I think that would be a really good fight. It's a great fight, man.
I think it's a big money fight too.
It's a huge money fight, right? Where do you put that? England?
If you do
Put it in London at the O2. Sell it out.
Do that in a stadium in the UK.
5 minutes.
It's a huge fight.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I think Tony says got Stevenson schooling Ben. Yeah, I do too. I think that
I would pick him over Ben too. I think he's
for sure.
Much more skilled fighter.
Yeah. And he looked good last night. As far as like his size went, he looked bigger last night, which was great. And that's why I'm telling you, man, I think that, they need to step in because what is his grandfather trains him, right?
Yeah, his grandfather trains him.
And his grandfather's a great trainer. No question about it.
Really a good trainer.
But they've got to start making him more aggressive, I think. Make him, like Floyd was back in the early, in the 130, 135.
And he never had that
phase.
Floyd Mayweather phase where the not the money phase, but the pretty boy phase. When Floyd was that pretty boy, everyone knows he was a killer.
And I mean, if he can turn that on now, because he has all the tools.
Yeah.
He's got all the tools.
Most certainly does.
And I mean, the sky was the limit. I'm telling you right now, if this guy starts knocking people out, the sky is the limit for him. He could become
and he's a big body puncher too, so he could break guys down with the body. He doesn't have to, you don't need to have that one punch knockout power. You could slow guys down with the body, break them down, and then you can get them out of there later.
Yeah. There you go. Co-main, Keyshawn Davis versus Jamaine Ortiz. This was another one we thought was going to be, it could be iffy, you know what I mean? Obviously, we favored Davis in this fight, but we thought that Jamaine would give him the work.
Yeah.
Keyshawn demolished this dude, man. TKO in the 12th round. The fight was all Davis, I thought, man. Ortiz looked lost in there at times. I mean, Keyshawn is really good. I'm not big on his personality, you know what I mean? And if he can keep out of trouble, he should be okay.
Yeah.
They got to get some handlers in there to get control of this kid, though.
Sure.
But we followed him since the Olympics, Beeb.
Yeah.
We followed him since the Olympics, man.
Very versatile, well-rounded, can do it all. He can box, he can punch. And it was funny because Jamaine Ortiz kind of fought outside of himself a little bit yesterday. Like he was trying to be the aggressor early on. And, he was walking into that heavy-handed jab. Like everything Keyshawn Davis throws hurts. You could just see the reaction when he's touching these guys. Even his jab, it stuns these guys and he freezes them. And you could see when Jamaine Ortiz was coming at him, he would just slide back a little bit. He would be like, bam, and then he'd freeze him. And when he froze him, he would drop, change that level, and rip that left hook to the body. And that was slowing him down. And then again, there was a little bit of a similarity in the way the fight played out, in the sense that when you compare it to the Teo fight, where Jamaine was coming forward, and then you saw Keyshawn back up a little bit because he was walking him into shots. But once he started hurting him to the body and slowing him down a little bit, then he started walking Jamaine Ortiz down. So when you have a guy, like I say a lot of times, who can hurt you when he's moving backward, and he can hurt you when he's moving forward, you got a guy that can hurt you when he's coming and when he's going. That's a problem because there's no safe space in there for you, right? A guy that's going to transition that quick, because that's another thing. When you have the guy that can transition so quickly like Keyshawn, these are things you can't even teach. A lot of what obviously you can polish it, but a lot of what this guy does is just natural, gifted ability, and it's just instinctive. Yeah. It's just instinctive, right? Yeah. And when you're up against someone like that, this guy's he's like you said, the personality, we're starting to see him change a little bit. Yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of
the comment is Davis's demeanor makes me think of he's one bad day away from screwing everything up again. You're right. You're 100% right. And that's why they got to get these people around him, get his head clear, over there, picking fights backstage and everything like that, Sweet Pea smiling, Team Norfolk. Let me tell you this though. It's funny that they're both from the same place. They're both really good fighters, and they're both total opposite fighters.
Yeah. Personality.
Yeah. Personality-wise, I think personality-wise, Whitaker wasn't like
who else is
like that, but he would talk. You know who
else is getting bad too? Is kind of getting on my nerves a little bit is Richardson Hitchens, man. This guy's like always looking for drama. Like they had that ring.
He's looking for that big
awards.
fight is what he's looking for.
Yeah, they had the ring awards, and he's like,
with him and
Crawford. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. The guy just retired. Like, just leave the guy alone, bro.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
You know, you didn't give me that smoke. You're lucky, man. I would have had you. I would have, like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, read the room. This ain't the time and place for that.
This ain't the place, man. You're not going to get anything done here, you know?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Bruce Carrington versus Carlos Castro.
Another one.
Carrington wins by 9th round KO over Carlos Castro. Bruce Carrington is from Brownsville, New York. Mike Tyson, Zab Judah, Curtis, who was the middleweight? Curtis Stevens.
Yeah.
Riddick Bowe.
There's
if you ask Zab, that interview I did with him, and what I asked him, I said, why do so many fighters come out of there? And he was like, it's just the environment. They're killers. They're all killers, man. And he can name about 3 or 4 more from there. But when I saw Bruce, I said, what is it about Brownsville? You want to be a boxer, go to Brownsville, man, because that's where it's
almost
at.
Like Boston when it comes to like the football and the basketball, the sports here, man. We're just the city of champions, unlike Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know about that. See, Ohio's title town, and that's the moniker they gave us. Like, I didn't give it to them. They gave us the title town moniker. So, Boston, does Boston have a basketball team anymore? I don't even know. Like, are they even involved in anything?
Well, go to the TD North Center and look up at the rafters, and ask me if Boston has a basketball team.
What is it, TD North? What happened to Boston Garden? What happened to Boston Garden? It's not Boston Garden anymore.
Up in the rafters that can verify that there's a basketball team.
I know there was a basketball team. I don't know if there currently is, though. Okay. I don't know how that's going. And the clown show, Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus Kingsley Ibeh. 10 rounds heavyweights. Miller wins by split decisions, 94-96 for Ibeh and 97-93 twice for Jarrell Miller. All over social media this morning and everywhere else. Why? Let me just look. Why would you wear a toupee in the ring? We saw wasn't it Franchon Cruz or whatever? Yeah. The chick who got her weave taken off or something like mid-fight. Dude, what did you think was going to happen? You're getting hit in the head.
This was
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what kind of stickum or whatever you have to do with one of those things.
Yeah.
Those hair hats or whatever. I don't know what you have to do. I don't know if it's glue or what it is. But you would think your sweat and everything like that, the sweat, the physical activity, the herky-jerky motions, everything getting hit, all should be a no-no because, I think something will happen. If something happens, why would you do that? Why would you wear that in the ring? You're an idiot.
He was saying that he put something in his hair and he lost his hair and then he had to do something to cover it. I don't
He's
know.
bald. He's bald. That's why you wear a toupee, because you're bald.
He's got to be bald. Yeah, he's got to be bald.
Of course he's bald. Yeah, I just lost my hair 2 days. No, you didn't. You lost it years ago. You've been wearing a piece since then. Now everybody knows. You airhead. Why not just shave it?
Well, you see what Chris Eubank Jr. does? He has that that color thing there that they put on the scalp.
Yeah. Dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He should have used Gorilla Glue. I don't even think that would have helped him.
It's crazy because my brother's bald, but I have a full head of hair. I was so scared.
Is your brother bald? Really?
Yeah, he's bald. Yeah, and I was so scared growing up that one thing I always used to say was I don't want to lose my hair, man. That's what I used to say growing up. I was like, I don't want to lose my hair. I know I'm gonna lose things, but I want to kind of hold on to my hair, man.
Miller's hair piece is from Brownsville. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's the thing, man. Why would you do that? Why would you?
And
if you're going into a fight, just shave your head.
My brother just shaves it all. My brother just shaves his. I have another one of my best friends. He just shaves his head completely.
You have to,
man. Why try to play around with it, man? Because you try to play around with it, you try to make it look like something it's not, and people are gonna see it.
Right.
You're gonna make it look worse than it is.
You know how the people do the comb overs, the comb overs and stuff. Come on, man. It's done. It's over.
You don't need that.
Over. You don't need that. But I will tell you this, man. Me and you, our mains are perfect. I will say that. It's
It is.
What are you gonna do?
And it's not even fully gray yet. I'm freaking 50.
I know. Mine, I have like a part or whatever in the middle. But you know, we're getting old, Beeb. We're getting old. I got gray. You don't have any gray at all, man.
Oh, I have it. When you see me up close, so you can't really see it on camera that much. You have to go up close.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
A little bit.
Do you use the formula? Use that Grecian formula or whatever? That
no, I don't
hair
do
color?
anything.
I don't either. You know what? I wanted to. I was going to. I was actually going to do
like
that.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. When I get older, I'm just gonna have that little salt and pepper. I'll be like Sean Connery with the salt and pepper.
And again, our chat never disappoints. Would you rather lose your hair or your ability to get a chub?
I mean, that's a tough one. Probably.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because if you lose one, you know, you're probably going to be in that ballpark anyway where it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know,
what good is it getting a chub if
there ain't nobody around?
They don't want you. They don't want. You know what I'm saying? I could still pull like 28-year-olds, and you know. But if I was bald and I had like wrinkles on my face, it'd probably be harder.
You can pull 28-year-olds.
That's okay to say that, right? 28.
Yeah, you weren't saying 28-year-olds. You were saying 28-year-olds.
Yeah, 28.
Yeah, right.
28, not 28. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Xander Zayas also fought yesterday versus Abass Baraou Zayas. For Zayas' WBO and Baraou's WBA junior middleweight titles, Xander Zayas wins by a split decision, 116-112 for Baraou, 116-112 twice for Zayas. It was okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was an all right.
It was just all right. It was just all right for me. And Beeb and Lord are missing Zuffa boxing. Wouldn't say we were missing it. You know, it's not a great card. You know,
we'll be able to watch the main event.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, you know, it's not like
I just want to really watch the last two fights. I'm surprised
that that one isn't the main event. Let me see. Let me bring this up here. So yeah, Jose Valenzuela versus Diego Torres, 10 rounds lightweights. Yeah. That's the main event. Sorry, Borwichuk and Radza Butayev, 10 rounds middleweights. Kaladsnik is on the fight, or just Gvozdik.
Gvozdik.
Yeah, that's a good fight too.
See, now again,
all right, we'll be out of here before then, so don't worry about it. We'll get you the top 4 fights.
Yeah, we'll be able to watch the top 4 fights. But again, it's not like a killer main event, but it's a decent main event. But the card is balanced, whereas we see these DAZN cards where it's just the one fight at the top and the undercard is atrocious.
Awful, right?
It's atrocious.
Speaking of awful, this top rank card, top rank classics. I had to go to Tubi to catch this. Yes. Tubi.
The shame.
What is going on?
Well,
they got no platform. Who in their right mind would sign with them right now? And I get it. Listen, they made a lot of stars. They know what they're doing. I get it, but they have no TV.
You know what's crazy, Eric? The fighters at Golden Boy are bitching, and they're really at odds with Oscar, a lot of them, right? You know, the two biggest guys, Ortiz and Garcia.
I don't hear a word coming out of Top Rank.
And they're about to lose their deal with DAZN. They're going on some platform called Swerve that I've never even heard of, right?
Right.
So
Swerve, what?
Yeah, I forgot to send you that. They just signed a deal with Swerve.
What is Swerve?
It's some combat. It's like some combat platform, combat sports platform, and
free combat in women's sports.
Yeah. So even though Top Ranks doesn't have a deal yet, you don't hear their fighters complaining. Like Zayas is not complaining; he's happy. Like the fighters over there are still happy. Like
they seem okay.
Carrington's a top rank fighter because the thing with Top Rank is they know how to do good business. They build fighters and they know how to keep them busy and they do good business. And if they have to, they'll loan their fighters out to other promoters, other platforms. They don't have to always take the lead. You know, we'll take our cut and you guys run the show, whatever, But I have a suspicion, and this is just my opinion, that Top Rank will probably eventually go over to DAZN.
They have to, right?
I
got to do something. Who do they got? I'm looking at it right now. Naoya Inoue, Abdullah Mason from Ohio, Xander Zayas, Tyson Fury, Yeah, I mean, they got some good fighters in there. Yeah, they still listed. So yeah.
So again, they still got fighters, and then I know we'll talk about it later with Tyson Fury, but that's an interesting situation. What's going on there too?
Yeah. Let's see here. What did Keyshawn? Yeah, Keyshawn. Who did Keyshawn call out last night? He called out what's his face? Devin Haney.
Did he?
Keyshawn Davis. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis called out Devin Haney after his fight. That's what I forgot to tell you guys that.
Okay, that's a tough fight for Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Very tough fight for Devin Haney.
He's not winning that fight. I can tell you that.
I think I would pick Keyshawn there.
Keyshawn's too fast. They're both fast, but Keyshawn is too aggressive.
And no disrespect to Haney because he put on a great performance against against Norman, but Norman made that fight tight down the stretch. I actually gave Norman like 5 rounds in that fight because he was winning. He was winning rounds down the stretch.
Yeah,
Second half of that fight, he came back into it.
Yeah, I agree. On DAZN, Bakhram Murtazaliev versus Josh Kelly for the IBF junior middleweight title.
What an upset.
I tell you what I was watching the build-up for this fight, and I kept seeing clips of it. And when I sent you that clip, I was pumped, man. I was like, this is going to be a good fight, man. And I knew Murtazaliev was a big favorite. I think he was a big favorite anyway. Man, I was hoping Josh Kelly did it, man. And he did. Majority decision. Josh Kelly wins 113 all, followed up by 115, 111, and 114, 113 all for Josh Kelly. Murtazaliev was down in the 4th. I thought that was, it was a knockdown, but it was a flash knockdown.
Well, he was squared up.
Yeah.
And he was because he was squared up, he was off balance. He didn't have his legs underneath him properly.
Right.
And I don't think he was hurt, but it was still a good shot.
No. Now in that 9th round.
Yeah.
When Kelly got hit.
Right on the top of the head. He hurt him.
I didn't see the shot, but when I rewound it and saw it,
you saw
he was hurt. And when he got up, he was hurt. I was like, man, I was like, he could finish him right here, man.
Yeah.
But luckily, he stayed in the fight. He was definitely hurt, but stayed in it. Won the fight, man. So good on him.
That was a really good fight.
Eddie Hearn did an interview earlier on in the week and said that if Josh Kelly wins this fight, he has got a signed contract to meet Boots Ennis. Now, I think that's going to depend a lot of whether Boots Ennis fights Virgil Ortiz,
which
right?
I think is going to happen.
So if that's not going to happen, which I would be shocked if it happened. The way Oscar's been talking, I'd be shocked if it happened.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Let me ask you this, though. Well, go ahead and finish your point, and then I got to ask you a question.
Well, I would like to see Josh Kelly. If not, then Josh Kelly gets that nod. Josh Kelly, he's fast. He's a fast guy, great boxer,
he's
very good boxer,
good
underdog. Take that fight and put it in London. Take that fight and put it in Britain, man.
Let me ask you this: if you were Josh Kelly, because I don't know if they said that when Eddie Hearn said it. But then after the fight, they were talking about we'll see what happens, blah 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 blah. You know how they always do that after the fight.
Yeah.
Would you, if you were him, would you go for Zayas, and then you'll end up having 3 belts if you win? Because that's a very winnable fight for him versus Zayas. Whereas the Boots fight is a very difficult fight.
Yeah, he's not going to win the Boots fight.
He's not going to win the Boots fight.
No.
So they would have
the Zayas fight is definitely a better fight.
It's a better fight for him because he gets 3 titles.
Yeah.
And when he gets the 3 titles. Then he goes and fights Boots, and that ups his profile a little bit and possibly gets some more money going into the Boots fight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. And then on DAZN, Jacob Bank versus William Skull, 12-round super middleweights. Jacob Bank wins by TKO in the 12th over William Skull. I think everybody was expecting a lot, especially after the Canelo fight. But he lost every round of it. He lost the Canelo fight big.
Well, some people actually had the Canelo fight close.
Nobody had
but the way he fought, you just didn't. You scored the rounds against him out of disgust. You were like, I remember Khaled's boxing once. He was watching Rigondeaux fight.
Yeah,
and it was a horrible fight. But I thought Rigondeaux was giving him the rounds. Eking the rounds out. But Joe Khaled said, you know what? I'm not giving him rounds just because I can't stand watching the way he's fighting right now. I'm giving him rounds. I'm not giving him rounds. I'm scoring against him out of disgust. You know what I mean? And that's how people sometimes they just don't like a certain style. Because if you watch that fight, Canelo wasn't doing much either, but the way Skull was fighting, it was just very off-putting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you almost scored against him because you were aggravated with how he was fighting.
Sure. I mean, you're going to have to mix it up at some point, you know? I mean, and a lot of people like complain when they get like a defensive fighter in there and he can't get him out of there. I think the Ammo Williams fight on the one DAZN card, you know how the guy withdrew or whatever, and he fought a guy like on 12 hours notice.
Sure, yeah.
You know, and it went the distance. I think Ammo knocked him down in the 4th or something like that.
Yeah.
And he ended up winning the fight, and the announcers were all over him. You know, guys, he trained for a specific guy. They gave him somebody else.
Yeah.
Not to mention the highs and lows of now you're fighting, maybe now you're not fighting. That's a hard thing to do.
You had a game plan that you were preparing for weeks.
That goes right out the window.
As you said.
Yeah.
And that, like you said, to piggyback off what you also just said, is it gets thrown out the window. And now you're scrambling to put something together.
Yeah.
At the last minute.
Right.
So,
you know, so you got to give that guy somewhat of a break here, you know? I mean, just give me a break, man. All right, let's see who we got. Let me bring Robert on here. Robert, looks like Robert and Jerry are on the phone, so a second.
Bobby, what's up, Barbarino?
Robert.
Hello, hello, guys. Hello,
Barbarino,
guys.
how much was the pay-per-view bundle?
110, Joe, 55 apiece.
55 apiece. That's right, because I had to purchase it. I had to purchase it for you.
It's still horrible.
Yeah.
Still horrible.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna disagree with you guys here a little bit. I would like to see Shakur Stevenson fight Devin Haney first.
That's not a bad fight.
I want to.
No, I don't. I like it.
I want to see Stevenson take another title. That way he could be a 5-division. That way he could be a 5-division champion.
He's a 5-division champion. Nobody.
You know
knows.
What's funny, Robert? He's
got to fight somebody big.
He's talking about fighting Conor Benn at a rehydration clause. If he was to go up and fight Devin Haney at 147, Devin Haney's another guy that gets gigantic. You know.
Exactly.
He's big too.
That's why if Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson are interested in fighting Devin Haney, you better grab him while you can, because I think he's eventually going to be at 154.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
You're right, Robert. I think so too. He's a big guy. There's no doubt about that. He's a big guy.
So if I'm Stevenson, I make a deal with Haney first, and then if you want to pursue Conor Benn after that, okay, fine. But I'd get Haney while he's still in the division, because it doesn't look like he's going to be there very long.
I don't know if I would get Haney next. I tell you what, I like Haney versus Keyshawn Davis next.
I like that too.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't know if
it happened.
I don't know if
they
like
that fight.
I like it too, but I don't know if they like that. I don't know.
No, they're not. They're going to find a reason not to. They'll find a reason. Oh, he's not big enough yet. He's not big enough because, you know, that's all. It's all Haney does is fight big names.
You know, when Davis fights Haney, and that will happen. Not next, but it will happen. But when Davis fights Haney, Davis is going to beat him all day long.
Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. You're not even giving him credit. What about Bill Haney? Got in the fight, by the way. This is the other thing. What is it? Dads have to go. They cannot handle themselves.
They're going to protect.
Pops in this corner has got to go. It's all of them.
It's the paternal instinct. They're going to
remember the WBC? Remember how whack they are? Put that stupid rule out and then immediately got rid of the rule.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't have relations in the corner. You know, not relations, but relations. You can't be your father.
Relations in the corner.
I'm saying. I don't know what kind of show this is, but let me tell you this.
Where are you going with that?
Right. Ringside still using a rotary phone.
I know I'm not.
Robbie
has an iPhone. Okay, one of the top.
Yeah,
he's got an iPhone 6.
I got iPhone 16, people.
You can't use it because you're hitting buttons every time you talk.
I don't know why you keep hitting the buttons, for Christ's sakes. Oh, we have to give a shout out to Mrs. Herrick. She turned 82 on Wednesday last week.
Wow,
happy
really?
belated birthday to Mrs. Herrick. 82 years young.
There we go.
Got to give her a shout out.
We've heard you.
I don't know why.
We know. Yeah. He was trying to make a point.
Why
I
are you
was saying,
trying
giving your
to pay homage to Mrs. Herrick and you're stepping all over it?
He was paying homage. He paid it too.
They got a new dog too, Rob. Tell me about the new dog, Rob. Did you tell me about the new dog you got?
What?
He's got a new dog now.
What kind of dog?
Mrs. Herrick got a new dog. She loves dogs.
Love it.
She's a German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd, blue heeler.
Beautiful dog, man.
Oh, wow. You saw pictures of him?
She was telling me about it the other day.
All right. Love it.
Well, Joe, I
What's
have
the dog's
pictures
name?
I can send you.
What's the dog's name?
Ginger.
Ginger?
Ginger,
okay.
Yeah,
Ginger Lynn, the porn star.
What is wrong with you? Seriously, what?
Hey, that's what. Hey,
you took me to a place I didn't
know. That's what Mom wanted to name the dog. That's what
she said. I can't change course.
Thought it was a beautiful name for the dog, and you talking about it sounds like a porn star name.
Ginger Lynn, remember the porn star Ginger Lynn?
Of course, I remember Ginger Lynn. What am I not thinking about her when I'm looking at the dog?
Well, I didn't say she was a dog, Ginger Lynn. Please.
What's the matter with you? Lord of 1 in 1 minute relations in rounds. About how long I last. There it is. There you go. I'd imagine having your dad in the corner. Yeah, MLO just said, I'd imagine having a dad in the corner that makes the boxer feel infantized. I get that.
They already know.
That's a great point. That's a great point. But like Teo's father, Bill Haney was in a fist fight the other day with some dude. They ganged up on some guy. I guess it was 6-on-1.
Tiger Jones from or something like that.
But the guy was from Ohio, by the way. Yeah. So it needs 6 people.
He was throwing down. He was taking on the whole crew down there.
That's
it.
Single-handedly,
he was taking.
That's how we do. That's how we do. But these guys got to get out of the center of this, man. Really, it's not. You're not the star.
You're a distraction.
You are a distraction, and you think that you're taking the distraction off your son because you're acting like a buffoon.
Pressure on a son that
Danny Garcia's father. They're all of them. All of them got to go. All got to go.
All right, wrap this up, Robert. Let's go.
Well, I'm letting you guys talk. So you're taking over.
Any time now.
But no, seriously. Seriously, that was a good fight. And remember, guys, when I predicted that Stevenson would win, I said 9-3 or 10-2. It turned out to be 11-1. So
yeah.
Boxing. I don't know if Bill Haney threw any punches, but he was definitely in the mix.
Yeah, his son was throwing punches.
And I think Stevenson pretty much. I think Shakur Stevenson can pretty much do that to anybody he wants.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think when he calls out a name, he's already studied the guy and figured out how he can beat him. So I think he's got a strategy already in place.
I think you're probably right,
Conor Ben, if that happens.
I think you're probably right. And Conor Ben's a big name in England, and that's a big money fight in England. Yep. And that's right.
You could put that in Wembley Stadium and have 100,000 people there easily.
Who is Shakur's promoter?
I don't think he has a promoter right now. He's a free agent. He works with Eddie Hearn a lot.
It's not Top Rank,
he's a free agent now, but he works with Eddie Hearn a lot.
Okay.
He works with Turkey Al-Ashik a lot.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah. Everybody loves Turkey, man.
I think this is his either second or third ring card with Turkey. So
yeah.
All right, Robert.
You could put that.
I'm going to put you back on the shelf. All right.
Take a hike.
Oh, come on. That's not necessary. That's not necessary. Oh, Jay Prince. He's right. Jay Prince is that's his manager. Though.
That's his manager. Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, it's not his promoter. That's his manager. All right, let's get Jerry 410 Baltimore.
What's the matter? Happy hour over already? Happy hour's over already?
Jerry, what's good, man? What'd you think of that fight, man?
How's things in the trans community, though, first?
They're great for me. I don't know how they are for B, but they're treating me wonderfully.
All right. Hall of Fame trainer, and one of the best ever in the business of boxing, Emmanuel Stewart, trained Nassim Hamed for his fight against Pereira. Didn't make one lick of difference.
Yeah.
Hamed was outclassed entirely.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez's dad could have been spitting liquid gold into his ear, and it wouldn't have made one lick of difference.
Like that.
That's a good one. That's a good
point,
one.
When your fighter is outclassed to that degree, when your fighter's outclassed to that degree, it's not about technical advice. It's about inspirational advice. If his dad was the problem and that big of a difference maker, it would have showed up before. But instead, he's been there through all of his successes, knocking out Comey, fairly dominating Loma, and even more dominating Josh Taylor. His dad could only give him inspirational advice. He probably could have been a little better at that, but his dad was not the problem in that fight. You're not going to give a guy technical advice that late in the game that's going to make a difference. Just not. He was outclassed.
Got a
Shakur
point.
Stevenson
Actually making some good points today.
You're making great points.
Actually making some good points today. See what happens when you don't drink before you call in?
Oh, stop it.
I'm always schooling you guys. You just don't always realize it. Your chat does, but
now you're not choking on a tuna sandwich. You're focused right now. This is great.
Well, hey, either way,
fucking great work from you.
Lopez,
I'm prepared to this.
Please shut your interruptive hole and let me get off. You got plenty of time to talk. I got a few minutes. Lopez is a one-dimensional fighter. Like I said before, when he can use his athleticism, he can be very effective. But when he cannot, when that doesn't do it, he has nothing else. And I thought the fight would be a real stinker. It wasn't exciting. Shakur Stevenson, I don't know if people are saying it wasn't exciting. Well, you must not have watched this guy before. He's not an action fighter. He's never going to be. The only guys that can bring that out in him, and the only two guys I see that have a chance with him are, yes, Conor Benn. That's a whole different beast than Lopez. Conor Benn is a two-fisted, power-punching, highly aggressive fighter. That's the only type of fighter that's going to trouble Shakur. I'm not saying Ben beats him, but that's a tough fight. And I like his energy, Shakur Stevenson, and acting like he wants to fight him, man, because that is a tough test for him. If you listen closely to the commentary last night, in the 10th round, the commentator said that Shakur Stevenson told him that Zepeda was his toughest fight and that he'd much rather fight Lopez than Zepeda. Reason being is Zepeda's style. He's high volume. Problem with Zepeda, though, is he can't punch. Conor Benn can punch. He's very strong, and he can punch. He throws a lot of punches. The other guy is Gary Russell. Gary Russell has the same exact style. That's the only kind of style that's going to trouble Stevenson. Anybody else he's going to outbox. It won't be exciting, but it'll likely be effective. I've been a big critic of Stevenson in the past, and he deserved it. Last night, he boxed. He actually did box. What he's called boxing in the past, no. But last night, he was in the pocket. He was right in front of Lopez. If there's any criticism at all to be put towards Stevenson is what you guys touched on is in the last 4 rounds, if he turned it up, he probably could have got a stoppage. Yeah. He probably could have got a stoppage. Because Lopez's eye was angry as hell.
Yeah,
his other eye was... His one eye was so angry it was mad at the other eye because the other eye didn't look good. He had a lump in the middle of his forehead. That cut was worse than what I thought it was looking at it after the fight. If he would have turned it up and threw some combinations, he probably could have got a stoppage, and that would have been even more better for him. Lastly, you guys been watching boxing as long as I am. It's crazy with boxing. You see things, no matter what, you see things that you've never seen, and Big Slavey Miller, the hair coming off with the fucking
317 pounds too, by the way. 317 pounds. Give me a break.
Now, Jerry, when you box and you work out, you don't wear your toupee, do you?
I don't wear my toupee. You don't wear your tampon. We know better. Yeah. So, but I don't mind his weight. The guy is
that was trash.
Miller is a big barrel-chested dude. He looks like he could really whack, but he can punch reasonably. But more, he's an output guy. Carries a lot of weight, which you would think. But I don't know. He's just a big barrel-chested guy. I don't dislike the guy. I think he's a very usable heavyweight. probably capable of beating anyone on a given night or possibly losing to anyone on a given night. But the fucking hair coming off was just, I've never seen nothing. I mean, it's just crazy.
That was
oh
worse
my
than
God! Why would you wear a toupee in the ring?
That was worse than Paulie Malignaggi with the fake dreads, but you knew they were fake.
Fake dreads.
Remember when he had the extensions? You knew they were extensions. At least you knew they weren't real.
Yeah. That was a good point. But one last thing regarding fathers and fighters. If you're not paying attention, if you look around today and in the history of boxing, most of these guys, it's their fathers that train them. It is. And throughout all their successes, Shane Mosley and his dad were awarded Fighter of the Year and Trainer of the Year. Shane moved up and started fighting bigger, better and fighters. He started taking a couple L's. Was that his dad's fault? No. It was the fault of that. Felix Trinidad, same thing. He and his dad were Fighter and Trainer of the Year. Trinidad moved up. Well, he started fighting better fighters. Got to take a L here and there. That wasn't his dad. His dad was there throughout all of his successes. I'm not saying these dads can't be faulty, but I think fans make too much of it. Yeah. A fighter loses and they want to blame his dad. They don't give his dad all the credit for the successes, but when the fighter loses, it's not the fighter's fault, it's the dad's fault. I don't see it that way.
All right.
Jerry on fire today.
Good call.
Good call, Jerry. Good call.
This is what you have when you come in sober.
Oh, stop. What's the matter with you? Get it together over there. 917, New York, I think. New York, 917?
Yeah.
917.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man. What's up?
Nothing. Good call. I guess I'll leave it where you guys left off with the last call. I agree. Like, a father being a trainer is inherently bad. I think that Shakur's grandfather trains him, so it's still family. And, when I think of Trinidad, I specifically think of his fight with Bernard Hopkins where his father threw in the towel. And maybe he could have gone the distance and taken the L without the TKO, but I think that was absolutely the right decision.
Oh, yeah.
The right thing to do.
Yeah.
I think, 1-2 hard shots, and we might be talking about Trinidad very differently than we do now. So, there's something to be said for having someone in your corner who actually really gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
And not just the paychecks that you generate for them. So I'm not anti that. You guys touched on it, but the fights that these guys started calling for at the end of the fight are exciting to me. I actually really, really would like to see the Devin Haney fight Keyshawn Davis. And I absolutely really want to see the UK fighter, right? Fight
Conor Ben,
Shakur. Yeah, Conor Ben, thank you. But the funny thing is watching those fights, I kept thinking, man, Keyshawn versus Shakur would be a fun fight.
Yeah.
And
they're friends. They're not going to fight. They're friends.
Yeah, it'll never happen. Like the best fight, maybe those two guys.
That's
and
the best thing you could do for your friend,
about that.
Yeah, give him a payday.
Give him a payday.
Yeah. Well, it's business. They're friends, but the talent levels are high, almost equivalent. Keyshawn maybe hits harder, right? It's hard to tell because it's all based on who you're fighting.
Yeah, he definitely hits harder. Yeah, it's not even a maybe.
Yeah,
I think he definitely doesn't
get hit. But when I watch Keyshawn, I was thinking to myself every time I watch him, I'm like, man, this guy might be the most complete fighter I've seen.
Similar
to
he's good,
Crawford.
Man.
And then you see Shakur, and you kind of think the same thing. Maybe one is more shades of Mayweather, a little bit, but they both remind me of him. They're beautiful boxers. Keyshawn got beautiful power. Shakur got awesome, almost impregnable defense. Like, that's actually a fight I'd love to see. It's too bad that they're so close and maybe, they just made an agreement never to do it. But right now, with what we're seeing, like, I don't know how anyone could come out of yesterday's card not excited for the talent, I guess I would say. I agree it's not a pay-per-view card. It's not worth all that money they want. But as a fan who likes watching quality fighters compete, that was quality. I'll stop speaking there, but I actually really enjoyed the fight. That was excellent boxing skill put on display last night.
Awesome. Great call. What is your name, man? Who are we talking to?
I'm Cam Stark.
All right, man. Well, good call, man. I appreciate it, man. Call back, man. Thank you. It was good points, man. He had really good points.
Good points.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could see it both ways with the fathers in the corners and everything. I could definitely see it both ways.
Okay, but I think we can all agree that Tio's dad and Bill are very disruptive forces.
Yeah.
In the team. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I would go along with that. I would definitely go along with that for sure. For sure. Guys, if you like what we're doing, like and subscribe to our channel. Like the show, man. It really helps us out with the algorithms and everything like that. So definitely like and subscribe. Beeb does shows anytime news comes out during the week or anything crazy. He's known to do crazy shows and pull everybody in and have like 50,000 people, like a big party line in here. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, man. Like and subscribe to it if you like what we're doing, man. It helps us out. Yes.
One quick last point about the fathers, and I'll end it here.
The fathers.
When the fathers are attempting to live vicariously through the sons,
that's it.
That's the issue. That's
issue.
What we have with Bill, and that's what we have with Tio's dad.
Joe Calzaghe's another one whose father was perfect. Never boxed, by the way. His father never boxed. Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. And it was a great chemistry.
Because he was a humble guy. He didn't want to be in the limelight.
Didn't care. He didn't care. The other ones, they seem to care a little bit more.
Yeah.
News and rumors. Tank Davis is fresh out of jail. He's out on bail. Tank Davis, $8,500 of bail. $85. That's not chump change, Beeb.
I thought it was 16. Wasn't it 16,000?
I don't know, but he had to pay $8,500. Okay. So what? Unless the actual bail amount was like 10%. And he paid the 10%. Okay.
So maybe the bail was.
So it may have been up there.
Maybe the bond was 16K, and then he only had to pay. Okay. My bad.
Because isn't it? How does bonds work? Like, I don't know. It's 10%.
Something like that. Yeah.
They'll give you the bond saying the bondsman is 10%, so you can bail out at 10%.
Yeah, gotcha.
$8,500, man. Like I said, that's not. He was on the lam apparently for weeks. They didn't know where this dude was. They set up a sting. So Davis was apprehended in Miami on Wednesday, 2 weeks after an arrest warrant was issued on charges of battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. According to police, the Department of the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force conducted a 3-county surveillance operation to find Davis, took him into custody Wednesday night without incident in the Miami DAZN district. What in the world is going on over there, man? Why didn't he just turn himself in? You knew. I mean, like, bro, everybody knows who you are.
What are you doing? To people, I was watching a YouTube show, and people are kind of like, "Oh, Tank's a gangster. That's why he didn't turn himself." I'm like,
right.
Come on, bro. Stop.
He's got kids. Like, you got kids. Like, what are you doing?
This isn't like that movie Menace to Society, okay? You got to turn yourself
Daddy's on the run. Daddy's on the lam right now. I can't take you out shopping, you know? I can't take you to the toy store. Like, what are you doing?
Come on, bro.
What are you doing, man? Like,
this guy.
You got kids. Like, what are you doing?
He's definitely doing some time after this. There's no doubt.
I think he will, too. I really do.
He's doing time. He's not getting his way out of it. He's not getting out of this one.
Fight Doctor says he thinks Tank's autistic. He does not strike me as autistic. I don't know. I mean, a lot of things, but not autistic, you know.
Could be. Who knows?
Hey, listen, whatever, man. UFC on Paramount, which is going on. You tune in after you watch us, of course. But UFC on Paramount Plus for it's one.
Zuffa.
5.93 million views.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
How about that?
Yeah, that was.
How about that?
That's a good move.
Yeah, it's
that
awesome.
Shows you right there. That's a good move.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Garcia made some headlines here. He took to social media to denounce Trump. In the wake of all the Epstein files being released, they released like 3 million more this week. Mm-hmm. Apparently, they said they got like 3 million more to go that they say they're not going to release.
There's a lot of pages, and there's a lot of mentions of lots of people in these files.
Listen, he had the Department of Justice go in there and redact his name.
So there's a lot of people. And here's the thing, man. Like, we talked about this when you talk about like Harvey Weinstein, P. Diddy. Everybody's like, yeah, I was with them, I knew them, but like I didn't know this. So it's like, I don't know. Someone must have knew. All these people that said they didn't know what was going on with Jeffrey Epstein. Someone. Same thing with Diddy. Oh yeah, I left the party right when the baby oil was brought out. When I saw the baby oil, I ran. It's like, come on. Like,
right.
I don't know, man.
As soon as the Punisher came in, I left. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to get sued here, so I'm not going to make any claims.
Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora is set for April 4th in London. I don't mind it. It's a fun fight.
Better than the Usyk fight, right?
It's a fun fight, right?
It's better than the Usyk fight.
For sure. It's a fun fight.
Wilder knew he was like, you know what?
Yeah, he's past his prime, but so is Derek Chisora.
Yeah, it's like it's
a good fight. Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Tyson Fury, April 11th, will face Arslanbek Makhmudov. He retires more than Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Do you care about this fight?
No, I don't care about this fight.
I sure don't.
No.
I sure don't.
I mean, obviously we're going to watch it. No question.
Not that this matters, but I was watching like Tyson Fury do road work and stuff. He's starting to run like an old man. Like, you know, when you see like older guys run.
He's a little bit heavier now, too.
And his legs, his legs don't look right. I don't know.
When you're a mover in boxing, and that's kind of how you made your living, the legs are always the first to go.
He needs his legs.
When you hear people start saying, you know, I want to give the fans what they want, I want to stay and bang it out with this guy, that's code for my legs are shot.
Yeah.
It is. It just is.
Right.
No, Wilder, Dillian White. Yeah, I could go for that fight too. That would be fine too.
It's a good one.
Yeah. But he's already got Chisora, so we'll see where it goes, you know. And where's Usyk going next? Is he I don't know what he's doing next.
They're saying he's talking to Zuffa Boxing right now too.
Yeah. It's big, man. It's big. All right, guys, listen, that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. As always, you can catch Joe Habib on X at JHabib1. Find our YouTube channel at ringsidereporter.com, and you can find me on X at ringside73. Guys, we will see you next week.